Hey, welcome back. Dave Dubeau here. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about limited partnerships. What are they? What are the big benefits? How can you use a limited partnership to grow your real estate investing portfolio? That's what we're talking about here today. So what is a limited partnership in real estate? Well, sometimes when people typically are doing bigger deals, there might be a number of people who are actively involved in doing that deal. Those are called general partners. They're the ones that are actually finding the deal, analyzing the deal, managing the deal, taking care of renovations, repairs, construction, all that kind of stuff, legalities, investor relations, that sort of things. They're actively doing the deal. But they're looking to bring on investors to bring in capital for the deal. So quite often what they do is they will bring on limited partners. So these people come in on the deal, they're getting a piece of the action, they're getting a piece of the ownership in the property, but they are limited. They don't have any decision-making powers in that actual deal, and also their liability is limited to the amount of money that they have invested in the deal. Typically, that's how that works. So the general partners, they're ones that are rocking and rolling and doing the deal. They've got a certain percentage ownership of the deal. And then the limited partners come on board with the money to finance that deal. And their percentage ownership depends on how much money they put into that deal. But also their liability is limited to the amount of money that they put into the deal as well. So it's a great way for people to raise capital, to do bigger, better deals. And it's a great way for other folks to invest passively in a real estate investment and to limit their liability as well. So what are the different roles? Well, as we mentioned, there are the general partners in one of these kind of deals, and these are the folks that are actively doing the work. These general partners typically are the ones that are finding the deal, they're doing the underwriting, or in other words, the due diligence on the property. They're organizing things when it comes to the financing of the property. There's usually somebody that's kind of in charge of raising capital, finding the limited partners for those deals, and doing those partner relationship type tasks. There's usually somebody who's involved in the admin side, the accounting, the bookkeeping side, somebody who could be in charge of the property management side. Another person might be in charge of the construction or the renovation side. So each of these general partners brings a specific skill set to the table, and they are actively involved in the deal. Now, what do the limited partners do? Well, again, as we mentioned, their role is very, very limited. They are limited to putting in the cash and getting a return on their investment. They get a specific return depending on, well, it may or may not be specific. They get a return depending on the amount that they have invested in the deal and the percentage equity or ownership they have in that property. So they're limited to that. Their decision making is very, very limited, and their liability is limited. So for example, if somebody invests $50,000 into a syndication, they're a limited partner in a syndication type deal, then their risk is limited to that amount of money that they have invested. If something goes catastrophically wrong with the property and they get sued or something like that, the most that limited partner is liable for is what they invested in the deal. So it's very limited that way. So when it comes to general partnerships and limited partnerships, this is really quite often what people are doing when they are syndicating apartment building deals, or they're syndicating self-storage deals or commercial properties, those kind of things. That's quite often how that is all set up. You've got the general partners that are in charge of the deals, and then they're out raising capital, whether it's $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, $10 million, $100 million, whatever it is. They are bringing people on as limited partners in that property, and together they're able to join forces and bring down and do that kind of a property, that kind of a deal. So if you're looking at getting started with raising capital and finding investors, I've got a great resource for you. It's my book, The Money Partner Formula, and this is a great way for you to find specifically joint venture partners, but it also could be a great way for you to find investors for your early stages syndications. And this is a proven process that I've gone through, that hundreds of clients have gone through over the years, for raising 6 figures in a matter of weeks and 7 figures in a matter of months. The price is right. It's free. You can get a copy by clicking on the description below, or just head on over to investorattractionbook.com and get your copy today.